What if I told you the quietest person in the room might be the most dangerous mind there? Not dangerous in a violent way. Dangerous in awareness, in observation, in intelligence. Because psychology shows something surprising. Silence is rarely empty. It's processing. And today we're breaking down what quiet people are really thinking. And why most people completely misunderstand them. In school, there was always that one person. They didn't talk much. They sat in the back. They watched more than they spoke. Some thought they were shy. Some assumed they were insecure. Some thought they lacked confidence. But then something interesting would happen. When they finally spoke, everyone listened. Why? Because quiet people don't speak to fill space. They speak when they have something valuable to say. Psychologists call this selective expression. It's not social weakness. It's mental filtering. They process before responding. Research in personality psychology shows that introverted individuals often have higher activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making and deep thinking. This means quiet people may reflect longer, analyze consequences, think through scenarios internally, while others react emotionally. They calculate. Silence becomes their strategy. And here's the powerful part. Silence creates control. The person who speaks less reveals less. The person who reveals less is harder to read, and the hardest person to read usually has the strongest position in the room. We live in a loud world. Social media rewards constant expression. Confidence is often confused with volume. And talkative people are labeled leaders. But psychology tells us something deeper. True confidence does not need noise. In fact, people who talk excessively often do it to reduce anxiety. Silence makes them uncomfortable. But quiet people? They are comfortable with their own thoughts. That's a level of emotional stability many never reach. Being silent in a chaotic world is power, while everyone else is talking. They are reading body language, noticing tone shifts, observing inconsistencies, identifying patterns. They pick up micro-behaviors most people miss. That slight hesitation before someone answers, that change in eye movement, that nervous laugh. They store this information, and when the time comes to act, they act precisely. Not emotionally, strategically. Another truth? Quiet people often feel deeply. They don't always express emotions publicly, but internally, their emotional world is intense. Because they process internally, their self-awareness is usually high. They ask themselves, why did I react that way? What did that person really mean? What pattern is repeating here? This inner dialogue creates growth. While others avoid discomfort, quiet thinkers sit with it, and growth lives in discomfort. There's a reason powerful leaders often pause before speaking. Silence builds anticipation. It commands attention. When a quiet person speaks, people naturally lean in, because rarity creates value. If someone talks nonstop, their words lose weight. But when someone speaks rarely, each sentence feels intentional. And intentional words hit harder. But here's the part most people ignore. Don't mistake silence for weakness. Quiet people may tolerate a lot. They observe. They give chances. But once they've analyzed enough, they don't argue loudly. They simply detach. And detachment from someone who understands you deeply is a loss you don't easily recover from. So next time you see someone quiet, don't assume they lack confidence. Don't assume they lack intelligence. Understand this. Silence is not emptiness. It's preparation. The loudest person in the room may control attention, but the quietest person often controls the outcome. This is Simenta. Follow for more psychology that changes how you see people.